Are the Chosen of the Gods any good in patch 5.2? The real story of the Ushabti Regiment of Renown is about the changes to its missile profile. What haven't changed are all the melee-related stats, and I'll put them up now. And remember, Regiment of Renown or not, the Great Bows are not as effective in melee as the regular type, well, against infantry especially. That said, once you're pulling all your tricks to Doom stack, using both applicable redline options for extra bolstering, the tech tree improvements, particular Lord buffs, Lord presence, Necrotech presence, well, they fight harder in melee, and they are not weak. But you want them shooting. So what's special about the distance weapons? Ammo is still 21, range is still 255. Missile strength looks weaker at 109, however so slightly, with direct hits doing base damage only 4 and armor piercing 26. However, the weapon itself is Shieldbreaker, which is why I did one of my demo combats combined with skeleton archers, showing that the two combine to make ordinary shields a lot less effective against your ordinary missile troops. Ushabti Great Bows will fire at the artillery level and aren't helped by this. This unit fires at the arrow type level, but setting the animations aside, what you're getting is an explosion damage effect, 6 meter detonation radius, base damage 52, armor piercing damage 26, which is completely different from normal. So with Shieldbreaker combined with that spread effect, this reverses the Ushabti's heavy armor piercing orientation, existing to bombard and shatter lower armored units, though I show performance against Chosen 2 just for perspective. Total accuracy is high at 60, modifying the other numbers, and calibration area is 10, so a higher natural spread, but spread isn't an actual problem here. Anyway, from stats in-game, what we see is a type of airburst shot, but just remember, it's more for utterly crushing normal units. Even just out of the box, for any old lord, the regiment is useful, but there are particular things to mention. Asaph the Goddess does not boost Ushabti specifically. The Herald that grants Hawkish Precision, which is a 15% ranged armor-piercing boost if the enemy is beyond a certain distance, namely 70 meters. That helps. A single entity within 70 meters ruins this, but Ushabti are fairly speedy, certainly compared to skeletons and Chaos Warriors, so that helps. And then there's Khalidah's Blessing of Asaph, which I'm covering in my Total Math Hammer video on reload skill, but her bubble doesn't just increase reload skill, it adds to raw damage as well. The faction-wide ammunition buff helps also. And a generic lord with the prepared trait gets a 20% ammo buff too, which can be on top of that, if you're playing Khalidah. I'll say this is the path to truly maxing out the Chosen of the Gods. Well, except for Petra's incantation of Righteous Smiting. Regular is still plus 40% to range damage, Overcast adds 40 reload skill too. Given that this is a fairly accurate ranged profile and not nearly as murderous to your side as the Airburst Rocket in Helldivers 2, ways to abuse it are good and strong. If you need an enemy stopped, Lore of Light, net. If you need physical resistance mitigated, Lore of Death, aspect of the Dread Knight. I hope these tips have helped you get the most out of your Chosen of the Gods. Take care, and have fun showing that favoritism is a good thing if you are the one being favored.